you actually fought James Buster Douglas before he fought Tyson. And the thing I really wanted to ask you is, when you fought him, did you have any inkling whatsoever? You know, you went 10 rounds, lost a unanimous decision. Did you have any inkling of what was going to happen to Mike Tyson after you fought him?
Yeah, to a certain extent, yes. Because there's something about that fight. When I fought Buster Douglas, I think that if I would have had the sparring that I needed to have for Buster Douglas, I think I would have beat Buster Douglas then, matter of fact. But I was actually sparring with Mike Tyson for the fight for Buster Douglas, which, you know, there's two country, you know, they both don't think, you know, one of them 5'11", the other 6'4", and it was no way. As I went through my training, I was like, hold it, I need some tall guys with the long reach for me to prepare for this guy, for me to prepare for Buster Douglas, which never happened. And it caused me a lot of problems in the actual fight, which the fight was a little closer than I thought it was and whatnot, and I almost had him knocked out in the 10th round. After the fight, I went and sparring with Mike Tyson. I remember Tyson laughing at me, him and his trainers. And I'm like, what y'all laughing about? They said, Oliver, it could have been you fighting me instead of Buster Douglas. I remember them laughing at me in the gym. And I looked at Mike. I said, Mike, I'll be kicking your butt all the time in here. I said, listen, don't underestimate Buster Douglas. I'm saying, I lost to Buster. You talking like he ain't nothing, you know, he ain't nothing. Tyson was like, Oliver, how you let Buster Douglas beat you? And I looked at Tyson. I said, listen, don't underestimate Buster. And then a couple of weeks later, I ended up getting fired because they didn't want to pay me the money that I was originally getting paid as a sparring partner for Tyson, and they ended up firing me. I ended up leaving Las Vegas, coming back home, and next thing you know, I sparred with him a little bit for Buster Douglas, and then I did not go to Japan with them to finish the sparring, which was about 4 weeks of sparring or so. And I think that next day after the fight, next thing you know, I look at TV because I didn't see the actual fight live on television when it came on. It didn't surprise me once, you know, it had on there that Buster Douglas had stopped him in the 10th round. It really didn't surprise me. It's something that I had brought to Tyson's attention way before he even went over there to Japan or whatnot. And it's something about boxing. You know, you look at fans, you know, as the years go by and people say, oh, that Buster Douglas was a fluke, that Buster Douglas was a fluke. But see, I was in there with Buster Douglas. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a fluke, believe me. Buster Douglas, when he trained hard and diligent with his boxing skills, if the Buster Douglas that beat Mike Tyson would have knocked out Vander Holyfield. The Buster Douglas that beat Tyson at that weight, see, he put on 16 pounds more when he fought Holyfield, and Holyfield was able to exploit him throwing a wild right uppercut and countered him with the right hand. But at the Buster Douglas that fought Tyson, I think that Buster Douglas would have beat most of the heavyweight champions. I think that Buster Douglas would have whooped Lennox Lewis also. That Buster Douglas, that night.